So this is how jack-o'-lanterns got started, and it is the legend of Stingy Jack.
Stingy Jack.
Long ago, in a small village in Ireland, lived a drunkard named Stingy Jack. He wasn't held in very high regard by the townsfolk. One evening, Satan overheard stories of the devious deeds of Jack and decided he must have this fellow's soul. Jack may have been stingy, but he was quite clever. When Satan came to collect his soul, he successfully made the case that the least Satan could do was allow him to have a final drink at his favorite pub. Jack suggested that Satan turn himself into a coin to pay the bill. Since he was stingy, he wasn't about to use his own money. And then they would be off on their journey to the underworld. Satan was fooled when Jack took the coin and put it in his pocket alongside a crucifix, thereby trapping Satan in his pocket. Which is wild to trap, just have Satan riding around in your pocket.
Yeah, that boy tricked Satan himself.
The devil begged and pleaded, and only upon agreeing to leave Jack alone for 10 years was he released. Exactly 10 years later, Satan found Jack stumbling home from the pub. With a heavy sigh, Jack looked at the devil, knowing full well that he intended to drag him to hell. Jack made the request of Satan to climb a nearby apple tree to get him a final snack to eat before the journey southbound. Satan, apparently still not as clever as Jack, climbed the apple tree. While Satan was climbing the tree, Jack carved a cross into the trunk, thereby trapping Satan up in the tree. The devil begged and pleaded, and upon agreeing to never take Jack's soul to hell, he was released. Many years later, when Stingy Jack took his last breath and died, St. Peter refused him entrance into heaven for all his evil deeds. Satan refused him entrance into hell due to their contract. In one final parting gift, Satan gave Jack an ember ablaze with hellfire. Alas, Jack was stuck roaming the earth with only a carved turnip glowing with the hellfire to light his way. That's when Stingy Jack became Jack of the Lantern. And ever since then, the Irish would carve turnips into scary faces and light them on their porches to ward off evil spirits and Stingy Jack.
So it's to ward off Stingy Jack and evil spirits.
Mm-hmm. And, so it started out as carved turnips.
Carved
Yeah,
turnips?
it only became pumpkins when they immigrated to America because pumpkins are indigenous to North America.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think I like the pumpkins better. I think they have a nicer look.
Ooh, that's what they look like?
Yeah, I guess they oxidize.
That looks like a mummy.
Yeah, I think that one is an old one, in a museum.
Is that a turnip right there?
Yeah.
That pretty much looks like a pumpkin.
Yeah. Seems like it'd be harder to carve since they're not as big or hollow.
Yeah. It's got a long nose.